Weapons and defensive tools in rideshare. Here we go again. Yet another Uber driver was murdered over the weekend. So we got to talk about it. It is your boy Tim with another unfortunate rideshare video. Opelika, Florida. This time, yet another deceased driver in that state.
Taking you now to Opelika, where Miami-Dade police say a random armed robbery turned deadly. It happened at the Mirage at Sailboat Cove apartment complex in Opelika around 8 o'clock this morning. Miami-Dade police now confirming an Uber delivery driver was in the process of making a food delivery when a man shot him. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police have not made any arrests in this case and are asking anyone with information to call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS.
Yet another Florida driver has went on to meet his maker. Very unfortunate. We'll see if we can get more in regards to details, the identity of the deceased, and hopefully they capture the killer. Nevertheless, Florida has claimed yet another rideshare, or in this case, food delivery driver. Now, being candid, we don't discuss a lot in regards to Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, and food delivery content because I haven't done much of that in my gig history. I took a few trips in food delivery, didn't like it, and got the hell out of it. But make no mistake about it, delivering food to homes of strangers comes with just as many dangers as putting a stranger in your car and taking them from point A to point B. We have covered drivers that have made deliveries and been taken into homes, been sexually assaulted, been raped. We covered another story of a driver that was down in Florida, once again, making a food delivery where the customer yanked him into the home and hacked him to pieces, disposing of his body in various garbage bags on the side of the home. So food delivery does have its inherent dangers as well. So we mentioned defensive tools at the beginning of the video. Do want to get to that. But first and foremost, robbery is a real thing for us all. Whether it's taking your car in the various hundreds of carjackings, we've probably covered dozens of them here alone. Rideshare drivers get their cars carjacked all the damn time. But your personal articles can be involved in a robbery as well. That's what, according to this story, it sounds like. The driver, basically stumbled up on someone who had a firearm and wanted to rob him. So one of the things that we have to talk about is how do you address what visual presentations you give off when engaging in rideshare. Avoid having expensive jewelry on, watches, brand new pair of Jordans, shit that make you look worth targeting. As we always say, if you don't want to get eaten, avoid looking like food. So walking around looking like you're worth a hell of a lot more than the job you're doing is probably not advisable for someone making food deliveries or ushering passengers from point A to point B. Drivers that are in Uber and Lyft, fact is, don't have a lot of valuable shit in your car. Taking trips when you got rims on your shit or you got a new setup in your vehicle, things like that. Just don't entice assholes to be assholes. I don't know what happened in this case because they just stated it was a robbery, but you don't have to have a lot as a rideshare or food delivery driver for some asshole to try to rob you. Drivers get robbed all the time. So in regards to defensive tools, just wanted to discuss this with you folks because in addition to somebody trying to take your damn life, or take your sexual innocence, you come across wild animals and dogs and things like that as well. So how many of you folks carry at least some type of spray, mace, pepper spray, some damn bear spray, or whatever the case may be? Because going on people's properties can have a dog, something running around, some kind of animal coming up at your ass. I've made deliveries in places where they had chickens on their property. When I used to work for a Staples delivery company. So I'm delivering computers and shit like that. And I went to someone's property where they had fucking chickens running around. I didn't know what the hell that was coming at me like this. So want to ask, do you carry any form of spray on you? I'd certainly advise you do. And of course, it works on humans as well. Because at the end of the day, none of us want to actually take someone's life. So something that's not lethal might be where you want to start. But if somebody's aiming a gun at you, lethal is the only way to go. So my humble advice is, in addition to some type of defense against animals, you want to have one against the two-legged animals you might encounter as well. And what do we always say? After mace and pepper spray, something to slice or poke with, up to and including a firearm. In my opinion, if you're making food deliveries, you should be armed. Every time you get out of the vehicle, you should have something on you, just in case something happens to come across your path that means you no good. Once again, we'll see if we can get more details on this story, but it really doesn't matter. Just want to bring this to you. This is a second driver for Uber that has been murdered in the span of about 3 days. I think we covered Joshua over in Portland. His wife is now on television talking about how unfair it is and how bad it is to lose him as a husband. He was the story we covered, I think the video before last. He got murdered as well. So understand, folks, keep your head on the swivel. Stay safe out here. People out here mean us harm. There's a lot of people out here that mean us harm. Don't find yourself getting complacent thinking that's just some shit they talk about online. It could never happen to me. It's happening all over the country. We'll talk about it in future videos. I'm certain. Stay safe. It is indeed your boy Tim. Feel free to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.